When you play piano, you shouldn't normally experience any pain. But if you are experiencing pain, usually this comes from incorrect technique. If you get tension or stiffness in your hands, wrists or forearms, it could be that you're playing an advanced piece too fast before you've fully learned it, or it could be, in part, because you haven't warmed up before playing it. But it's also quite likely that some bad habits are creeping into your playing technique. So the first thing to check is that you're warming up properly and that you're playing with correct hand shape and wrist position as demonstrated in my earlier videos. The next thing is to not play your pieces at full tempo until you can first play them comfortably at a slower tempo. But even with doing these things, if you're still finding that you're inclined to tighten up through your hands, wrists or forearms as you play, then you need to learn to relax your wrists as you play. Now there are three aspects to this. 1, understanding the right amount of hand and wrist tension required playing piano. 2, knowing how to banish excess tension. And 3, using natural flowing arm movements as you play. What is the right amount of wrist tension for playing piano? With either hand, play a note on the piano, and as you do, let your hand flop off the edge of the keyboard like this, so just hanging down, barely hanging on with the tip of your third finger. So this is what you might call 0% wrist tension. Now with your other hand, take a pen, place it under your wrist, and using the pen, lift your wrist. Now keeping your wrist totally floppy, what should happen, if you take the pen away, your wrist falls. So once again, resting the wrist on the pen, take it away, should fall. So that is 0 tension, okay? But what you actually need for playing piano is around 1 to 2% tension. What do I mean by that? As you play a note on the piano, the minimum amount of tension required to stop your wrist from collapsing is around 1 to 2%. Anything more than that is what I call excess tension.